Hi everyone. Today I wanted to talk to you about this book that I wrote a while ago, and it's all about how you can plan and how you should plan your year so that you can maximize your time and your energy and your focus. Because when you're a multipotentialite like I am, like you know that you can be all over the place and just change your change your mind like all the time, start doing something, then move on to something else. And then you, by the end of the year, you realize that you haven't done much. You've just been like touching here, touching there. And so I started working on this plan for myself first. So I started, I think, maybe 7 or 8 years ago, and I just tweaked it a little bit. But the main point is that you, first of all, you start by brainstorming everything you are interested in currently. So let's say you want to start knitting. I'm a lot into art, so I'll say a lot of art projects. Watercolors, writing books, and within each of those you might have a lot of different projects. Let's say for my writing career, I have so many ideas, so many ideas, um, especially novels, but I also have ideas about screenwriting, and I'm not a screenwriter. I don't have uh, a degree in screenwriting. I've been reading books to learn about screenwriting, and I just started entering in some competitions to get some feedback from the judges so I can grow because I don't know anyone in the industry. So that takes a lot of time to start screenwriting. And so is this something that I really want to do or not, or whatever? So you might have a lot of different passions, like scientific pursuits, wanting to read a lot of books. So I decided that if I wanted to create results, I really needed to sit down and see what I would focus on for 1 year. So I need just enough variety within that year. And then the year after that, I get to choose other topics or other passions. I get to choose other things if I want to. So let's say I've been putting off for a long time creating music. I know nothing about creating music, but I think it would be so awesome for me to start creating music uh, from my computer. I would like to create music where people can dance and like have some very positive messages intertwined into the music, because I feel when you repeat positive things, like it can help your mood. And so that would be a project maybe for later. But right now I'm just trying to build my writing career. So I'm probably going to dedicate a lot more time to that in 2021. Just going back to the book. Okay, so you know that businesses have yearly plans, they have like 3 year plans, they make plans. So if it's good for businesses, it's good for you. Like you need to take charge of your life. And so I have like a lot of benefits here. Actually taking time to think on what you want to do, staying on track. I know it's hard as a multipotentialite. You respect your values and you ensure you stay on the right path. It helps to manage your schedule because you know what you're supposed to be working on, and you know where to invest your time and money. Because I bought a software to create music and never used it because I'm not ready to dig down that road. So just wasted money there. Maybe I'll use it. No, it's going to be outdated by the time I get to that. So with a plan, I probably wouldn't have paid for that. Then you get to measure your progress. I love that. Every December, I'll grade myself. I'll say, okay, this goal was achieved at, let's say, 100% or 80%, whatever. Then you get to find creative ways to overcome shortcomings. So let's say you feel insecure. Like I said, I don't know how to be a screenwriter. I went out and bought like the top 10 books in that, and I started reading everything that I could get my hand on just to hone my writing skills. And whatever I learned about screenwriting can be used as in a novel, because the way the story is planned is so tight, like so specific in a movie to make a great movie, that you can transfer that to novel writing. And also I read a lot about how to build characters, and I can transfer that to my novel work. Another benefit is that you can communicate your plans to others, and you might look for other people that are interested in the same things as you are for a specific year. And you can plan to make sure of being where you want to be next year. So that's it. I don't really like the cover so much, and I didn't even know I was a multipotentialite back then. So it doesn't say anything about multipotentialite. It just says the 1-year plan, and it's divided between sections because I feel like I wanted to have goals for every segment of my life. So I have 9 categories. So relationships, so everything that has to do with my family, with my husband. Then professional life, what are my career goals? Health, I also have health goals like drinking water or exercising so many minutes per week or whatever. Finances, how much I want to save. Learning whatever I want to learn. Most often I have some courses that I want to take that I write there. Travels, because I want to travel to so many countries, and at most I get to travel only twice a year, which is good. It's really good. But I mean, I'm not going to travel to 10 countries in a year. So each year I decide on the country I'm going to visit. And I sure hope that in 2021 we'll be able to travel, because I was not able to travel anywhere in 2020. And last year I went to Costa Rica, and I went to Cuba with my family too. Arts and creativity, well, that to me, that's really important, but maybe you'll change it up to some other things that you like. Community service and spiritual practice. So if you have goals like meditating, that's the one that I have for like forever. I'm not really good at spiritual practices. And then at the end of the year, at the end of the process, when you have everything down on a piece of paper, you know how much time you have, you know how productive you are. You just need to decide what you're going to do for the year. And obviously, like, it's not a prison. Like, you choose everything you put there and you get to change it. It's just that it's going to get a trigger in your head every time you're like, oh, I have a new novel idea. Well, do I want to give up the other stuff that I have on my plan? Or will I just wait for next year? Or like, what should I do? Do I feel I have time to do all of them? And so it's good for me to have that trigger to go back to what I had decided and to ask myself the question, is that something that I want to add right now to my schedule? Because you always get next year. Well, I mean, I could die, but you always hope that you'll get some stuff done next year. And I'd rather focus on some of the novels this year than writing 10 novels and not finishing even one of them. I'd rather finish one than start 10. So I hope this was helpful. If you want to have more information, this book is really, really short. So I pretty much summarized everything that's in there, but you do find more ideas of what could go in each categories. And I also like to, after I've chosen everything, I like to choose a theme for my year. Like, let's say a theme to create more, or to get myself more visible, like more actions to get myself out there, or a year to just relax. Like, sometimes you feel like you've been like very productive for like 5 years, and you're like, this year will be more about enjoying life. And then that could be the theme for the year to travel, the year to be a mother. And that doesn't mean you won't do anything else, but that means that's going to be a little bit of the thread for your year. So according to what I picked, I can always pull out like some kind of thread of what I'm aiming to achieve. So that's it. I hope this was helpful. Thanks.